I'm coming. All right. Oh, hey, Gwen. Let me turn my headset down. Holy shit. I decided to put some like royalty-free horror music on today to go with the haunted attic thingy. Sorry, I got fucking hairy pits. So I hope nobody's offended by women with hairy armpits, because it's happening today. Chaos. Chaos. How are you, Gwen? Also, everybody, welcome back to the haunted attic. Ooh. I got a bunch of work done earlier today. I sewed in a shit ton of ends on 3 cardigans, and after the stream was over and I got the kids from school, I came back and I sewed in the rest of the ends from the other projects I wanted to sew ends in for. So what's left for today is still making the bands for these slouchy witch hats, sewing them on, and then adding some tassels to the fey vests. I'm going to do like more tassels, but shorter. This is going to be like a fringe. I think it's going to be really fun. Hey, Squeezle! How's it going? Oh, Gwen, you're back from home from work. That's a good feeling. That's a good feeling. All right. Those bra cups for a Madonna bra? What bra cups? Cups. I did buy a new bra. Because I don't know if anybody keeps an eye on how my weight is. I fluctuate weight all the time. I go up and down like big chunks, you know, like we're talking 50, 60 pounds in short periods of time kind of thing. And I'm actually at my all-time low right now. Haven't got there through exercise. It's bad mental health, but we're working on that. Anyways, my clothes don't fit, and my titties have shrunk. They shrank. Hey, Cookie! Oh, I'm so glad you made it. We're talking about how my tits have shrunk. I mean, they still look fabulous. They still look fabulous. I don't... The problem is, they're wide. And my chest, like my rib cage and everything, is really narrow. But my boobs themselves are really wide. So finding something that's like small enough around, but wide, like big enough to hold that much boob, and it is very fucking challenging. It's a goddamn nightmare. All right, that was a hat. What was a hat? Oh, the bra cups? These are not bra cups. These are hats. These are slouchy witch hats. Da-da-da-da. That's the back sides of them, but you know, here you go. I'll put one on so you can see it. This one's a little bit larger. Here, let me tilt this up. Okay, there's that one, and then this one's a little bit small. That one's like more like it's more soft. This one's a little bit less floppy, more slouchy. Don't worry, I don't have lice. All right, so those are the slouchy witch hats. I'm going to be making a butt ton more of them. But before I do that, I need to make more fey vests. It's a whole big thing. It's a whole big thing. Anyways, They're gonna look way cooler once the band is on, but we have to crochet that tonight and sew it on. I have come prepared. I have water for those of you who are going to remind me to hydrate. I brought water with lots of fun stickers. I've got my Dices. I've got, oh, my art. Somebody gave me this one. Got Diomedes Industries, Crystal Queer. Some fun stuff on there. And I also brought wine. God damn it, Cookie. Well, at least you did the hydrate before I started crocheting. I don't like pausing my crochet, so I might have to defer hydrate things once in a while. Yes, I said witch hats. What did you think I'd said? I'm so curious. All right, I'm having some keep calm and love. I bought it because it looks gay. And I just love gay things. I fall for the marketing. Anyways, it's a Pinot Grigio blush. I opened it the other night, so I have to finish it. I don't want it to go bad. Can't waste wine. All right. Oh, you thought I said bitch hats. I see. All right, let's get started. So for... yeah, we're going to use black. And we're going to go 2... I'm going to do 2 strands at once, but let's tilt it down. Hello. Are you enjoying the view? Let's see. Slouchy bitch hats. There we go. Now you can kind of see my workspace. All right, so we're going to be working 2 strands of black yarn. Boop. Just like that. And what have we got here? 5. Let's do 6.5. So I'm going to be doing 5 back loop only, single crochets, row after row after row. What's the advantage of using 2 strands, or is it just a different look? It's thicker. So 2 strands together, instead of having 1 worsted weight strand, I'm going to put them together, and it's just a little bit bulkier. It's a little bit bulkier, a little bit plusher looking. And that's kind of the look I'm going for this one. So I can only make really long single crochets when my hands decide to cooperate. Ugh. Yeah, it can be pretty tough on the hands if you're doing tight stuff. That's one of the reasons I don't like amigurumi. I mean, I like amigurumi, I just don't like doing it. Or any like the I have a few like of the big thick, heavy-duty, like, wizard hats that I made. I have a couple of them left in stock. I know Dices wanted to buy the rainbow one, but she hasn't yet, so it's still available. On my website, you look up, can't remember the address off. But if you do exclamation point social in the chat there, you'll get a link to all my socials there. And then you can see my shop. It's not got like new stuff in it right now. I haven't photographed any of the spooky season things yet. I've got a market coming up on Sunday, so I need to actually have stock for that. And then whatever's left, I'll photograph and add to the store and then start making stuff for the next show, which is going to be October the 13th, Friday, October 13th. Can you believe it? And I will be in Niagara Falls. So if anybody is going to be in the Niagara Falls area on October the 13th, Friday, October the 13th, hit me up. I can't remember off the top of my head where it is, but it's a wine cellar, which is pretty bangarang. Right next to Texas, yeah. The one time you're not in Niagara Falls, Cookie, because I know you're there all the time. Bitch, if you were like in Niagara Falls and then didn't come to see me, I would cry. Tears of blood and rage. So doing the back loop only gives it a nice ribbed appearance. Not gonna lie, doing 2 strands also means it works up a lot faster. Once I get to the end, once it's long enough, which I'm just gonna kind of eyeball, right? But once it's long enough, I will do single crochets along the edges. 1 for each row. And then probably some slip stitching over those singles, seam it together and sew it right onto the hat. You know, I would totally come buy something, then text you a message with a photo of it on. Aww! I do ship to BC, I'm just saying. And I do have, I am open for limited commissions. Limited commissions right now. I'm pretty busy preparing for spooky season, but I can definitely make room for some commissions. What colors would you guys want to see these like slouchy witch hats in? Would I recognize you? Of course I would recognize you. I might not recognize you right away because I wouldn't be expecting you, but I know your face. And I know your voice, so... I just don't know how tall you are, so that might throw me off. Ooh, an orange slouchy hat. I can do that. Oh, I can do that. I've got a really nice, like, creamsicle orange yarn. And that would be perfect. Five, 7. All right, so you're like an inch shorter than I am. Should do a slouchy hat like a candy corn. Oh, shit. Gwen, that's fucking genius. Okay, can you DM that to me? Send me that as a DM and, holy shit, Snacks. That's fucking brilliant. You literally look up to me. I guess that depends on what kind of footwear we have on. If I'm like my usual barefoot self and you're wearing shoes with like a little, you know, lift, I might look up to you. Oh, thank you, Gwen. So that's like what, orange, yellow, and white, right? Depending on the order of the colors, I might even have enough yarn. I only have like, I don't have enough orange to do a fully orange one and a candy corn one. And I feel like the fully orange one would probably sell better than the candy corn just because so many people hate candy corn. I'm not one of those people. I absolutely fucking love candy corn. I don't know why, but I do. White tip, orange body, yellow bottom. Oh, well, you know, depending on how much yarn I have left over from the orange slouchy hat, I might be able to make that work. But I'm not 100% sure. I do have a lot of yellow to use up. So yellow being the bottom, aka the color that's used the most, that works out really well. And then of course a black border. What else do you think would be good color for the slouchy witch hats? I almost bought a gigantic ball of like a dusty dark purple today when I was getting groceries, but I didn't. And now I'm kind of kicking myself because you're right. That would look fucking bangerang as a slouchy witch hat. Emerald green. Ooh, I have emerald green. Is it weird that I find it really relaxing to have this like spooky music playing? It's so fitting up here in this attic. I don't know if you guys have all seen like the dolls. And when I'm working, she's looking at me. Haha. All right. I had to be spooky for a sec. Also have this one sitting on my desk with me. Look at that side eye. Isn't it so perfect? Hi. Why don't you sit on my desk with me? Sweet, sweet darling. Gwen, do you think I should change the music? Like, do you think that it might deter people from staying? Okay. Like, want to find like-minded people who also like the weird, creepy, spooky shits. You think you scared V and Cookie off? What? You are my music. Or my dolls. Okay, V's here. He's still here. Cookie's off getting high somewhere. All right, I can't have you lean on me like that, doll, because... well, now it's just too bright. Gosh darn it. I don't know what to do. Usually I'm dead tired, but today I was strangely energetic. Ooh. You gotta do something with that energy. Here, I'm gonna tilt this a bit. Do you have any projects on the go or like a new project you want to begin? All right, so nope. I mean, I should be cleaning my desk up. It's a disaster. Folding laundry. There's something silly, relaxing about just watching you crochet. Oh, I'm so glad. I was very careful and I kept my feet out of view, so nobody fucking report me for bare feet because they're out of view. I'm a filthy barefoot heathen. What can I say? Feet is not... Oh, as long as you're not zooming in on them. Oh, it's... This is an IRL stream though, so if we see your feet, it's okay. Oh, okay. I'm not sure on like the rules. I just know like apparently feet are just like too sexy. Whoa. Feet's not one of your... Oh, yeah, kinks. It's not one of my kinks either, but my feet need to be free. My toes want to breathe. I stim a lot by like playing with my feet, which maybe some people will find gross, but I am also like a compulsive hand washer, so don't worry too much about that. I would go for a pedicure with Cookie. Hells yeah. Ooh, Cookie wants a pedicure. I would love to us all get petties together. Many petties. I can't stand having my toenails long. Like, I cut my toenails really, really short. Because I don't like the feeling of having longer toenails. But if I liked the feeling of if I could tolerate that feeling, I feel like I would want to have like creepy long vampire looking toenails. Just for the fucking weird factor. Would be like, no, why do your feet look like that? And I would be like, oh, because I'm fucking weird. Got my hands done last week and then chipped a nail. Fuck. That would be a very expensive pedicure indeed, Cookie. I would recommend you like stay for a visit, you know, if you're recommending. Oh, pardon me. I burped in y'all's ears. I love when I get nail extensions, which I can't afford, so it doesn't really happen anymore, but having like the long stiletto shaped ones, not like crazy fucking long, but like long for me, and then just having them like that kind of white and then fading to the clear coat and just looking like you're fucking Gary Oldman in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Oh. Frowny faces. Oh. Because you'll just pick off the nail polish. I get you. Yeah, I don't like having chipped nail polish on my nails, which is why I don't usually wear nail polish. But when I get them done professionally, I'm getting like fucking gel nails, right? Like the powder whatever. Solar gel. I don't know the names of the products, but the color doesn't chip off or anything. The nail could come off. Like the extension. the gel. But it usually takes like weeks for that to happen. You have to get them filled before they would ever like break off. Too long nails will click on the piano and make me angry. Oof, yeah. I can't have long nails when I'm playing computer games. So like, if I'm into WoW for a while, I'm like, fuck, I can't have long nails. Because I hate the way that it's like clacking on the keyboard, and like sometimes my nails, like if they're too long, it's like the nail is pressing a different key. Before I press the key I want to press with my finger. Which I have like short little stubby fingers, so. Hey Pat Dross, how's it going? I like the gel on mine, helps them not be so brittle. They're actually growing out a little. Awesome. I have super brittle ones too. You thought this was the necky stream? I can't stream naked on Twitch, Joe. I have to have clothes on. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules, man. It'd be funny if I just wore like the new bra that I got, because it's almost my skin color. Like, see the wide bands here? It's a pretty close match. You just need pasties. Really, really large pasties. Wait, what are you saying about my areolas? Huge tracts of land. Come on, you son of a nest. The fuck? There we go. No, I am not making a banana hammock. I am making the band for one of my slouchy witch hats. So it will wrap around the base of the hat like that and be sewn. I'll hand sew it on to the hat. So it's ready. Crochet condoms, do they work? I really doubt it. Also, I feel like that would put you at risk for some sort of toxic shock. If you were a proper if you wore a proper black belt, you wouldn't be a slouchy witch. Aha. Apparently I'm slouchy because I'm hypermobile. I have hyperextended joints in a lot of places. My jaw's hyperextended, which has caused some problems. I have to do like jaw rehab exercises. And like eat smaller things of food. Like I can't open my mouth as wide as so I can still open it super wide, but it will cause more damage and you know, could lead to me needing like surgery on my jaw, which I'd love to avoid if possible. And like my knees are a little hyperextended, my thumbs are super, my elbows are hyperextended. my shoulders, my hips. Oh my god, my hips are hyperextended. So like, you know, the arm is supposed to be like this. You can see my bingo wings here. Flab. Like that's normal, and then mine is like... It bends backwards! And my thumbs watch this. I'm gonna move my wine out of the way so this doesn't land in it. I just got the cap from my inhaler. Watch my trick. I'm gonna fling it up into the air, but my fingers aren't touching it. Not gonna flick it. I'm just gonna put my thumb back to normal. Once more. I'm terrible at catching. Cool human tricks. Yeah. I'm so cool. Here, sweet darling. Here for now. Give room. I don't want you to fall down. The crystals will help you stay up. There. Oh, isn't she so cute? So precious. And you, my darling, are falling down. That's so silly. Don't fall down, sweetheart. Talk about slouchy. Pat, no, don't leave. All right, let's get back to work. So let's make it for... Not this one. I'm going to do that one single because it's a much tighter stitch. This is big and soft and more like flowy feeling. So I'm going to do the big plushy, the thicker band on this hat. I'm just trying to get an idea of how much more space we need, how much more we need to crochet. Okay. Okay. Back to work. Your children left downstairs. Children, you're not supposed to have fun at bedtime. That put an end to that. Children aren't supposed to have fun. Is it bedtime? Yeah, it's bedtime for bonzos. Not me. The children. Yes, the small children. I keep trying to fatten them up so I can eat them, but they're still too skinny. If we throw water on you, do you melt like in the Wizard of Oz? Notice I didn't say you get you wet, because Cookie is not dirty. Except that you were the one who decided to avoid saying it and then point out the joke. You went there. You dirty, dirty cookie. You're so bad. But no, I don't melt when water is thrown on me. But if I'm wearing a white shirt, I might give a free show. Don't tell Cookie's mom. White shirts and water? BRB. Gotta Google that. I can't wait for my demon horns to come in. Gasp! Okay, so just wear a black bra, problem solved. Why would I wear a bra? Bras are so uncomfortable. Well, if it's the right size and shape for you, it shouldn't be uncomfortable. I find that most like when you go to the stores like La Vie en Rose or La Senza or Victoria's Secret, like the women who work there tend to not really understand how to size, like how to measure to get the proper size of a bra for a woman or a boob having person. When I was last in one of those stores trying to shop for a bra, they were like, I told them I'm an F cup. They were like, no, you're not. And I was like, yeah, I am. And they were like, no. So they kept giving me smaller cups. And I was like, do you see that my breasts are exploding out of these? I need a bigger cup. They're like, no, you just need a bigger band. And I'm like, no, I'm like a 32 or a 34 in the band. I don't need a bigger band. I need a bigger cup, smaller band. There's a store in the city where I used to live. This is an expensive store, but it was worth it in my opinion. Those ladies, they were older women. They knew what they were doing. They know about boobies. They were super, super knowledgeable. So anytime I needed a bra, I would just go to that store and be like, and they would take me to the back and get me into the fitting room and measure my boobies and then like ask me what kind of bra I want. Like, what color? Is it for wearing under a fancy dress or a t-shirt or, you know, how much coverage do you want? And then they go and they like bring a bunch to you and you try them on. And like each and every one that you try on, you don't even need to bring your fucking girlfriend. Every one you try on, they're like, let's see. And they like check it to make sure it's right. And they'll be like, oh, this one isn't quite the right shape. Or like, maybe we should go up or down or whatever. Like, oh, I think I have a bra that's similar to this, but would better suit your shape. Or like, they're so wonderful. I just don't want to drive an hour to go there. We hates them, precious. Size and itty bitty titty club. Aw. I love itty bitty titties. I mean, I love big titties too, but I love itty bitty titties.
They're beautiful.
I'm just like, we love all boobies. Love all boobies. Get out of my brain, because like so many things I've said today, and then I look up and you've just said it already. I've solved my bra problem by just not wearing one. Yeah, same. Like this shirt, normally I don't wear a bra with this sort of thing. I only have this on because I just bought it and I wanted to see if it's comfortable, and like it's very like smooth. You know? Wear a bra on stream because reasons. We can't let them find out that our boobs have mass and are affected by gravity and they don't float. We can't let the men folk know. It is kind of super comfy. I don't know what brand it was. I bought it at Walmart today. All right, how are we looking on size here? I think that's actually pretty good. Yeah, let's look at that. Boom. Right? So, Twitch would be so offended by the free boobs. I know. Like, what the so it's a massive gender equality and stuff like that is very important to me. I am a feminist. I do not believe that that means that men suck and women rule. I mean that, like, all the genders, all of them, we're all fucking equal, so whatever. And it drives me fucking bananas that Twitch, yeah, you Twitch, does not allow female nipples, but allows male nipples. Like, it enrages me. And yet here I am still streaming on their platforms. What are you gonna do? I also have a fair amount of dysmorphia around my torso area. I feel ya. It's ridiculous that we can't put on fucking sweater while on camera, right? Like, if I'm making my cardigan and then I want to try it on to make sure I have to like sidestep out of view, because me trying on my cardigan to show it off and then taking it off again is just too sexy. Fucking dumb. All right. So the next step I am going to single crochet in every thingamabobber. I'm just having a little bit of a brain fart for a sec. All right, let's do this. smashed myself in the face with my headset. The cross stitch is going to turn out. I'm excited to see it. I was out of the shower. I'm much happier with the curly haired, almost back me. Ooh. He's gonna decide a design. I'm too clumsy to fucking love that so much. This is actually a little too long, I think. I think that hat is just too big. What I'm gonna get it clever. So now I'm gonna do some slip stitches around here. It's gonna tighten the band up as I'm tightening it up like top and bottom. It's gonna decrease the size of it, but it's still on that particular. Exactly what soft. Someone with a larger head or a lot of hair. Especially. It's hard for me to judge the size sometimes because my head is so small. One thing to be careful about when you are doing multi-strands in one go, so I'm using 2 strands of Worst Favorite yarn right now, is make sure you don't drop one. It's gonna also make it so that I love doing single crochet stitch edge toms. Need to get a bottle of wine tomorrow. Ooh. What's the occasion? Or several. I have found that since I started smoking, I don't drink alcohol anymore. Alright, I'm going to stitch these two MFers together. Different. Stitch it to the side of that single crochet. Not like. Okay, let's count again. 1, 2, 3. What's the space? That should matter. Do these slip stitches a little bit loose so it doesn't affect the height of oh. Although I don't love it, I'm going to go through just all 4 of these. It's too thick. And we don't want an obvious ugly seam. Oh no. Do not. So we're going to go through the front loop of this one, back loop of the other. 2. Get the right. Okay. That looks much nicer. All right, and then we're gonna go and do the same thing on this side. Happened. Okay. I've got it sorted. I thought. Jeez. Okay. Ugh. I don't have any. Oh, you don't have any wine. I like to go up on the couch. Bed. Yeah, I absolutely have to see the cross stitch one. Oh, we didn't end up. I didn't watch Passions today. I had Danny on as a guest star. Ooh, Danny Koo joined me today for my earlier stream. So we were not watching Passions. We were chatting. So less drama. Right, so single crochet in every side of every round. Just sort of tucking. A cardigan or something. I'm sloppy with tucking ends in. But this is going to be sewn right onto the hat. Unless you like cut this thing off your hat, in which case like a not going to be any something like a band. I wouldn't recommend ends like that if that's going to have any sort of hole or matter structure. Ends is super fucking tea. Get stuck right. Single crochet side of every single crochet. and get to the end. I'm back at the beginning. I'm going to switch over from single crochets to slip stitches now. So I'm just going to slip stitch right into that round, and I'm just going to go through slip stitch, single crochets, we just order and going at single crochet. Get it together, Juju! Oh shit. Now, because this band different gauge has a different number of stitches on to it than the hat itself does, at the part where we place it on stitch markers on one side, go directly to the opposite side there, make sure it's exactly even, opposite side, so on and so forth. Nicely pinned around the hat. And just so anybody knows, or everybody knows, I'm buying a second webcam for the stream so you can get like a close-up view of the work. I just have to sell more things first. Alright, so at the end here, we're gonna do a little invisible slip stitch. That done. Now's your chance. So normal slip stitch, you'd go in from the front to the back. Visible slip stitch, we're gonna go back to front, so we're gonna pull our loop a little bit longer. Hook. Working yarn is coming out. Next stitch. Went from back to, we took the hook out of the loop and then went from back to front with our, now we're catching the loop on back. Now my loop is coming front to the back, and then we just yarn over once. See how it looks. So this is the very back of the front of the band. So when we cut off our yarn, we want to make sure that we leave a nice long tail. I'm going to be sewing it in on the top and bottom. All right. Some skizzers. All right, and we're going to pull that through. Just like that. Comes out back. So you don't have that annoying like loop front that you have to now hide. Already back. And this is like a nice warm plushy one. I'm gonna see how it fits on my head. Yeah, so now that we did that slip stitching around the edges, it's a little bit tighter than it was, which is exactly what I was going for, but not too much tighter. And then we can stitch it into place and sew it on. Now, I don't know you guys, but when I get down to like my yarn, my skein's kind of empty, I'm just gonna say fuck it, I'm gonna turn it into a ball. Because otherwise it's gonna end up a tangled disaster in my box. In my box. Fucking bangs are a mess. Yep, V knows. A ball winder? I do. That would be super. That would be super. I've got hands though. For now. I mean, for now this is what I'll do. I don't even know what a ball winder would look like. I wonder if I could find one at the antique mall. What, Nitpicks has them? Okay. Can you send me a DM in Discord with that information? Like, you don't have to get me a link or anything. I'll look it up. I just have to remember what it's called because I won't remember. For the next band that we do for the sparkly hat, I am just going to be doing a single strand that time. So it's going to take longer. It won't work up as quickly. It won't be as plushy looking. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try this one on the sparkly one and just see how that looks. I wonder if the sparkly or the big chunky one would end up looking nice after all. Here. Shit, that actually does look pretty goddamn cute, doesn't it? Like, what do you think, Fee? I kind of like how thick the band is. Like how, like, thick it is, you know? I think I am going to do 2 strands for the next one as well. Ooh, I love it. All right, this band is for the bigger hat, though. So you're going over there, and I'm going to continue winding this thick band. Oh, yeah, so thick. I'm kind of wondering if I should bring my card table up here, my grandma's card table. It's just like a, you know, 1960s or 70s fold up, you know, card table. But if I had it in front of me here, and I could just put it up while I'm like streaming crochet stuff, I feel like that would be really great. It'd be a really good workspace to show everybody. Ball winders are like, oh, dang, awesome. That's not that expensive. Sure you can find one at an antique mall. Yeah. Probably check like Facebook Marketplace. Alright, there's one. This guy doesn't quite need to be balded yet. Alright, but before we do that, let's seam the other one on. Alright, you guys are gonna get to see my workspace again. Like that. Alright, so our end is here. Let's clip off those little ends from the beginning that we tucked in. Boom. Okay. We are going to place this on. I want to find the back of the hat first, actually, and we're going to line that up with the back of band. No matter how good my seams are, I always want to put my seams in the same spot. Okay. Shoot, I wanted it the other way. I want part at the bottom. There we go. I'm going to sew the bottom on first. Sewing is my least favorite part of crochet. Just gonna line it up. Our seam, just like that. Okay. Now I need to go grab some stitch markers. Be right back. Okay. I feel like anybody who has sewing experience knows what I'm doing already, but so I'm gonna do the like 4 corners. I mean, I know it's round, but I'm gonna take that center back. Here-ish. Let's there. So that's in place there. I want to make sure that this is lying flat. Okay, these 2 spots are as on top of each other as they can be. Okay, and now I'm just going to gently flip it over. And I'm going to put the next one right in the middle here. It's not exact middle, of course, but going through both the band and the hat itself. This is going to make sure that you don't have it like the band is all bunched up in one place, but like too tight in another place, sort of thing. Okay. So now that I've got the front and back, I'm going to do side to side. Which I suppose we don't even have to. All right, looks like we got all 4 sort of quadrants. I think we're ready to start stitching it on. Right, get ourselves a little darning needle here. Thread bands through it. Okay, that's already on the underside, so we're going to attach top. It's the top stitches here. You don't want to go all the way to the other side because you don't want to see black yarn underside of your hat. So you only want to go through the top layer. Flat, nice and taut. And then we're going to take that up through whichever stitch happens to be directly above it. We're going to go right through the slip stitch. That. Just going to check the underside to make sure there's no black yarn showing through. Black yarn. Okay, I can release that stitch marker now. And I'm going to keep on going. 1 stitch at a time. Remember, because the gauge isn't the same, it's not the same number of stitches, we're not going like 1 stitch to 1 stitch sort of thing. It's kind of... But it's flat and right. Down through that slip stitch and into the top layer of the hat. Back up. Slip stitch. I've got a really long tail here because I'm stitching the bottom edge and top edge directly to the hat. Rather not. Through the slip stitch, the top layer of fabric beneath, up, slip stitch. And then every once in a while, just check underneath to make sure you don't have any black stitches showing through whatever color you're using. Even if you're using the same color as the stitching below, I would still recommend this way. Just get used to it and it just looks tidier. It's tidier. Rotate it a bit. And just time will shift every once in a while, right? Because the hat's kind of curved and things are around. You just got to be careful that you're always putting it back into position. Always got those stitch markers where you want them. It's like back up at this stage. All four. What was the point? Down. Slip stitch. That top yarn. Up again. You don't need to do every single stitch. I'm going to remove the stitch marker. Just my way now. If anyone has questions, by the way, like, feel free to ask. I don't have answers for every question, but I don't mind sharing knowledge and tips and tricks, and I've got lots to learn too. Starting to run out of steam. Yes, go change into comfy pajamas. If it wasn't so fucking hot up here, I would change into pajamas too, but too stubborn to turn the air. It's like a high of 20 degrees. But all the hot air rushes up to the attic, right? So it's hot as balls. Nice thing is I did a front loop only round at some point on this hat at the beginning of the brim. And I can feel that with my fingers from the underside to know that I'm going through the right stitches, like the right round. I can feel for that extra loop back. That's really Make sure it's in the right spot. It's such a nightmare to mess up this stage. I have to to remove your sewing and then to redo it when it's already the worst part. Absolutely not. And I haven't said it in a while, but for anybody who's just joining us, welcome to the Haunted Attic. I am Juju, your host. I am adding a slouchy chat that I made. I actually made this one a while ago. And I had thought of it as being finished, complete. At it, and I'm just like, no, it's just something. Something else, not something. Get this schmucker out of the way. Let's get cozy, get comfy and cozy, everybody, and have a jam party today. I'm too hot for jam. Not on Twitch anyway. While since I looked at the underside of this thing. Let's just do a little double check. Yeah, no black stitches showing through. Always a good sign. Something you sure. Addition. Awesome. Also something to keep in sewing on a band like this is not to pull too tight on your stitches. Tighten it up. Want to make your hat suddenly unwearable because it's too small. I am doing these stitches a little bit tight because the hat ended up too big. I don't know if I'm going to fix it or just make it worse by doing this, but let's see. JJ's here. Hi, JJ. How you doing? Now the party's getting started. We are just making a witch hat over here. This is a slouchy witch hat. This one I made a little while ago, but I felt it needed an update. It was a little boring. So it's getting a band. So we crocheted this black band on stream already. Now we're just hand stitching it on to the hat. It is slouchy. I'll show you an example. So here's another one here. This one's sparkly. Like, look at that. It's hard to tell on camera, but it's sparkly. What's Untamed Fest? There's a big festival up here that I think was this past weekend called Harvest. Oh, it's your music festival. Ooh, that would be fun. It's easier for me to get down there if I have the excuse of I'm working. JJ, my memory is garbage, though. All right, I'm gonna take this out. While I was at the lifted market in Toronto a couple weekends ago, I was wearing a slouchy witch hat. It was like brighter colors, but kind of dark. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was on my Instagram. And everyone was like, "Oh my God, you're ready for harvest." And people would point at me and go, "She's ready for harvest." And I didn't know that harvest was a festival. So I was like, "I don't know what that means. What are you harvesting from me? Oh no." But it's a festival, a big EDM festival. Ta-da! I'll remind you when vendor registration comes around. Ooh, yes. Oh my God, that would be amazing. That would be a freaking amazing. I'll bring the minivan and I can camp right in the van. No, I'll need to keep my shit in there probably. But yeah, I think festivals are, so like I've, been doing research about like what kinds of markets I want to do. Because it's an investment. It's not just time, but like costs money to go to these events as a vendor. And if you don't make your table fees and gas money back, it's just like, fuck, right? It sucks. Shit, I don't know where I'm going with it. I lost my train of thought, you guys. It's my life. Good excuse to come out and see Colorado. Hell yeah. It is a long ass drive, but I could probably convince someone to come with me. Maybe. Like, I could try. Always making sure to go through only the top layer of hat, outer layer, so our sewing does not show. That's beautiful. Choo-choo! All right, we. Final little. Here. Then I'm gonna do a little try on. It fits so much better now. I fixed it. So proud of myself. Okay. So, the bottom has been sewn on, but we don't want this, we don't want the top just kind of floating around here. So we got to go and do that too, which was why we cut off an extra long tail. So I'm just gonna back through here, and we're just gonna sew our way through. I'm gonna go like this. Through. Not too tight. Jeez, I'm sweating balls. All right, I'm gonna actually lock it around a stitch in the middle of that, so that no matter how tight we go on the top, it's not gonna fuck with the tension of the bottom. Okay? And we're just gonna sew right on. That center seam, come out the top. Okay? Don't too tight. So much tension. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing now. Just on the top. So what you got going on? It's funny, I really underestimated how much time this would take. I had like a bunch of ends to sew in, pockets to make, bands to make, sewing them on, you know. And I thought I was going to get it all done the day before yesterday, but it took me all that day and all yesterday and all today. Ooh, quotes. Oh, it's been a while since somebody fucking looked. I forgot about our quotes. I feel like I'm just gonna have to use this. Ugh. Quote number 344. I will take that. It's a goal. That tracks. That was like. Oh, Jade. I think it's time for more wine. Let's finish off this rosé. I don't normally drink anymore, so I'm just like getting a little tipsy over here. Don't worry, Twitch, I'm not intoxicated on camera. Jeez Louise. Alright. My inhaler beside my ashtray. I know how to live. Or die. Slowly. I haven't said it in a little while, so if there's anybody new in here, I might as well introduce myself. Hi, I'm Juju. I am a neurospicy artist. And I absolutely love to crochet. I jam. And that's what I'm doing tonight. Finishing a bunch of projects. It's what I call dopamine day. When I finish a shit ton of projects. Cookie. Oh my god, welcome to the Haunted Attic. Welcome to Juju's Haunted Attic, Cookie. He's a fucking regular. I love Cookie. anyways, everything I make is, well, almost everything I make is here in the attic, or at least here in the house. It is a historic house that I live in. I live in a historic house. There's some historic parts to it that we're not allowed to change, or we have to like get the whole town to agree on it, you know, kind of thing. It's pretty fun. Also pretty fun about it is the fact that it is haunted. And I mean, I say fact because like, obviously you can't prove anything, but I'm a believer. And my partner, not a believer, has also had paranormal experiences in this house, and he doesn't even fucking believe. So, I feel like... I guess I felt like not answering, or not finishing that sentence. Oh, we're getting so close to the end, you guys! Right. We're so close. So close to the end. Taste it. Like a nasty load of... Alright, and before we actually sew that on in, tie it off, I'm going to try it on. Make sure we haven't made it too tight. Oh yeah. This hat looks way better now with the band on it. It was so boring, I like almost didn't want to sell it because I was like, I don't know if I want to bother like bringing it because it's so bleh. But now